Hello, hello, hello again. This is Swarthy Daisy with Kinfolk Chat. I am back with another video discussing the DNA results of a person from Puerto Rico. So I would like to start by thanking my friend for allowing me to use his DNA results from Ancestry. So let's jump right into it. So according to Wikipedia, Puerto Rico, Spanish for rich port, abbreviated PR. In Taino, they say Borican or Boriquen, as you see the two different spellings. You hear people always say Boricua, so that's in reference to that. Officially, the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, Spanish Estado Libre Asociado de Puerto Rico. So that means Free Associated State of Puerto Rico. And it is a Caribbean island and unincorporated territory of the United States. And it is located in the Northeast Caribbean Sea. Some people say Caribbean. But yes, it's approximately 1,000 miles southeast of Miami, Florida. So that is the gist of Puerto Rico. So it's a Caribbean island, has a lot going on. And these results also have a lot going on. So one person, he's male. So, a lot of this is a result of the male line. But yes, one person has a lot going on. Let's take a look at these results. So here we see that. Okay. So here we see the ethnicity estimate. Starting from the top, we have Portugal at 30%. Okay. So we have Portugal 30%, Spain 17%. Then he has indigenous Puerto Rico at 13%. Then he has the Balkans, 7%. Then he has Germanic Europe, 6%. Then he has Southern Italy at 4%. Then he has Wales at 3%. Then in steps Africa. So he has Benin and Togo at 2%. Then he has Cyprus at 2%. Then Africa comes back with Nigeria at 2%. Then he has Northern Italy at 2%. Then Africa again with Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu peoples at 2%. And then again, Africa with Mali at 2%. Here's the next section. And then Africa again, Senegal, 2%. And then European Jewish, 2%. And then Northern Africa at 1%. And then Indigenous Americas, and it says Yucatan Peninsula at 1%. And then Eastern Europe and Russia at 1%. And then Finland at 1%. When I tell you, he has a lot going on genetically. Okay. And so as you see the additional communities, Puerto Rico, and then it's broken down as Northwestern Puerto Rico, and then Aguadilla, Isabela, San Sebastian. Oh, San Sebastian, sorry. I'm trying to put accent on everything. But yes, as you see, he actually has a lot going on. And to see him in person, he looks Puerto Rican. He's more on the lighter skin side, and he doesn't have the Afro textured hair at all. He has more of a straight texture of hair. So you can see a lot of the European background. But believe it or not, there's a lot going on. So you have your Portugal, you have your Spanish going on. He has indigenous, so that would touch on that Boricua, right? And then he swings back into Europe and he's grabbing some of the Balkans and Germanic Europe and Italy and Wales. And then he has some of the Africans. So he has Benin and Togo, and he's got some Nigerian, some Cameroon, some Mali. So I'm just interested to see how much African he has. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So about 11%. Yeah, because Northern Africa would count too. So yeah, he has about 11% African DNA, which is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. But yes, this is, I mean, out of all of the tests that I've observed, he definitely has a lot of admixture. But again, if we look up here at the top, let me move over. Hey, I see some people in the chat. Hey, y'all. Hey. I didn't know if I was talking to myself or not because, I just kind of jumped on last minute. But yes, hi, Lola. Welcome. And welcome, Tech Valor. So this is actually a friend of mine. I don't want to say his name because I told him I didn't want to expose who he was on a live or anything because I don't have permission to use his personal name. But this is a friend from Florida that shared his DNA with me. But yes, hey Tech Valor, thanks for coming to. If any of you out here have Puerto Rican DNA or Hispanic DNA, I know Tech Valor, I know you have some Spanish background as well. I'm not sure if you're Puerto Rican or I actually we never even discussed that, so I'm not sure. But yeah, just to take a look at his admixture, he really has a lot going on here. Oh, Dominican. Okay, so yeah, earlier I had a video that I did on a Haitian friend of mine. So actually these two individuals are friends. One's Puerto Rican, one's Haitian. Oh, so you have a heavy mix. Okay, so Tech Valor says, let me click here. I am Dominican, so that's news. I just assumed you're Puerto Rican. I don't know why, but I'm glad that's cleared up. Yes, I've been to Dominican Republic a couple times. And then you say I have a mix of everything. So your DNA actually would be pretty much mixed like him. I would see with the history that the Dominican Republic has that you would probably have the Spanish, of course, African, of course, some European, just looking at the history of those islands. That would be interesting. Have you been tested though? Have you been tested with the DNA, with any DNA companies? I know some people are a little leery of testing. Yes. So, yep, yours would be definitely mixed heritage. And Lola says her bestie is Puerto Rican. I didn't know that. I didn't know. No, not. So your bestie Lola is Dominican. I'm sorry. Your bestie is Dominican. If I'm thinking about the right person, I did see her. And you know what? Her and Tech Valor actually have a similar look. The lighter skinned African Hispanic look, that mixture. They do, if I'm thinking about the same person. Because when I met her, she had braids on. So okay. So you said, oh, okay. So yeah, that is her. Yeah. They actually, now that you say that, Lola, they could be relatives only because, they have that similar look, the lighter skin, the Afro textured hair and the mixed kind of Afro Hispanic look. So, yep, that's cool. Tech Valor says, nah, I haven't tested my DNA, but I'm one of those people that doesn't want to get tested. Okay. I mean, that's cool. That is cool. I have heard several people that said that same thing. They are kind of leery because what are they doing with our DNA? You know, it could be all over the world. They could be testing our DNA against crazy stuff. And so I could totally see why people wouldn't want to do it. But for me, I definitely wanted to find out as an African American or an African in America what my genetic history was. So I had a clue because my dad's family is from the Bahamas, my mom's family from the South. So I knew Africa, of course, but yeah, I was just curious as to what else would be there as well and exactly what places in Africa that we come from. The last video that I did where I talked about the Haitian DNA, I was saying that a lot of people growing up in Florida would ask me if I was from Haiti. So I look really, really Haitian. So I basically concluded that because of where Haiti is located and because of the slave trade and how basically Africans are all throughout those islands is pretty much a no-brainer. We're all genetically pretty much similar. So yeah, that is that on that. So yes, this is really cool. I love having a diverse audience of people and a diverse audience of friends so that I can look at these different things like DNA tests and it gives us a history of where the people came from, where we came from, and how our people historically traveled throughout the islands or how they got from Africa and are now in the US. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for popping in quickly for this short video regarding DNA. Once again, this is Swarthy Daisy with Kinfolk Chat. Just wanted to jump on and do a quick chat regarding these results. And if you guys have any additional comments, make sure to let me know. I think I see before I wrap up, I do see one that popped in. But yeah, if you're watching a replay, make sure to comment below and let us know what you think about these results. And Tech Valor says, but I know that we are Taino, which is native to the island of Hispaniola, which is Haiti and Dominican Republic. Also Spaniard background, African, European, North American, and South American. Yep, that makes sense. So that's the native right there. So you have the Caribbean native, which is the Taino. And then when you swing back to North and South America, then you have the North African. No, I'm sorry, the North American and the South American Indian, as they call it, DNA. So that is really, really cool. At least you know that, because a lot of us don't know. Thank you, Lola. She said, I like these. A lot of us don't know where we come from. And because of slavery, we were like that connection to culture was ripped away from us. So that is why we kind of value some of these tests. But like, unlike the rest of us in the US, Tech Valor, who really don't have a clue, or maybe during slavery, a lot of our history is snuffed out. We, rely on tests like this to give us an idea of genetically who we are. So this is really awesome. So again, thank you all so much for watching this video and joining me in the chat. I love it. And I'm going to wrap it up. So again, Erica, no, I'm not Erica. I am Erica, but on this channel, I'm Swarthy Daisy Kinfolk Chat. That's who I am. I get myself all mixed up because I have like 3 channels. But yes, this is Swarthy Daisy with Kinfolk Chat. And I do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for coming. And I'll definitely see you guys in the next one. Thanks for showing up, Lola and Tech Valor and everyone else that popped in. All righty. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye.